Thank you. Mr. Gates, if you just keep the music running. Thank you. Okay, there's a few empty chairs at the front here. I wonder who's going to fill them. Could we all welcome the class of 2019, year 13? Thank you. Thank you. There's a long-standing tradition in ISL of bringing the year 13 back to the front, where it all began all those years ago, and we decided we would try that out today. I must apologise though, I think I didn't realise that the auditorium actually got wider as it went back, and I said 4 rows. Hence, some of you are sitting on the floor. Sorry about that. So, good morning, good afternoon, good start. Good afternoon, students and colleagues, and welcome to the last high school assembly of this term, and the last one ever for our current year 13. Good tears already? Okay. The song that was just being played as you took to your seats is coincidentally also called 13. Year 13, please consider it a wee tribute to you all. Woo! Thank you. As you take your first steps into study leave, adulthood and beyond, 13 is a song of yearning for when things were simple, yet peppered with the angst of the onset of adolescence. It was written by Alex Chilton, whose Memphis-based band Big Star were the most brilliant band to never have made it big in the history of rock music. I wouldn't normally make such a bold and possibly subjective statement, but in this case, it is simply true. Silly. 13 is arguably the highlight of their debut album, the simply titled #1 record. And perhaps ironically, 13 above all songs provides a perennial reminder to its audience of how terribly unlucky Big Star were, cursed by the inadequacies of the corporate music machine in which the youthful band members naively entrusted their hopes and dreams. 13 wistfully reminds us of our teenage desires to accompany our first loves to the local teenage disco, down to the local swimming pool, or simply walking home together from school. It speaks of turbulent relationships with parents, a developing appreciation of the arts, and a need to find our own unique paths in life, sometimes together and sometimes apart. It speaks of trust, respect, consent, and insecurity. And like all good art, it connects. It has poignancy, and it achieves this through the heartfelt and exposing honesty of its scribe. Honesty can be the difference between brilliance and the trite pretentiousness that often abducts our airwaves. Sorry, I'm going to have a drink. It is water. As I was saying, honesty can be the difference between brilliance and the trite pretentiousness that often abducts the airwaves. La différence entre Nirvana et ABBA. Je suis désolé, mais j'ai vraiment du mal à écouter ABBA. And I'm particularly sorry, year 12s. I wrote this 2 days ago. I had no idea we were going to be performing ABBA. That was really good. The dancing, anyway. In life, our own honesty will secure us relationships with stronger foundations, relationships that allow us to make mistakes and be forgiven, to be wronged and to forgive in turn. However, we must be as honest with ourselves as we are with others. If our friendships are formed based on who we wish we were rather than who we are, they are just as likely to be a source of stress and upset as they are pleasure, support and solace. Among our school's values, honesty is a super value. The other values depend on it. Honesty flies in the face of peer pressure and the mob mentalities that can sometimes threaten to impact on the enjoyment of this wonderful school at this time of the year. It has been yet another wonderful Wacky week, and let's be honest, who really cares what happens next? It was only ever intended to be a bit of fun. It's the being in it, not the winning it. The highlight for most of us, I imagine, is discovering the secret themes on Friday morning and the anticipation of the performances. They, more than any other aspect of Wacky Week, unite the school and demonstrate your wonderful creativity and hidden talents. They are also the one time when Year 7 can actually compete with Year 13, albeit on a slightly tighter budget. On behalf of your teachers, I would like to, I heard the growls there, yeah. On behalf of your teachers, I would like to thank you for keeping it real, for being a whole lot of fun, and for being honest and true to yourselves. We would appreciate your continuing to be so until this assembly has ended. Wacky Week is a truly student-led event, and whilst we as your teachers do very occasionally have to rein you in sometimes, or remove the odd door handle, it is only out of our concern for your safety, or how you might inadvertently portray yourselves in a negative manner. As we welcome your students, the events team, to bring the proceedings to a close, I think we would all agree that they have worked incredibly hard on all of your behalves. And I think they deserve a huge round of applause. parents and teachers, the creative event and the events team, I would like to thank you all. You have been working tirelessly and putting up with quite a lot of stressful situations over the course of this week. Your heads never went down. You stayed true to the dream that you had for this week, and very, very well done to you all.
So I just want to say straight up from the bat, thank you guys so much for the support. It actually really does mean the world to us when we see that all the hard work we put into really matters. Mr. Spinks is quite a bit taller than me, so I'll take this off. I'm here to announce the winner of the scavenger hunt. And I just want to say that the videos that we received for the scavenger hunt, for me, they exemplified what Wacky Week is all about. Every single year group, including the year 7s, submitted something into the Wacky Week, which I think is a really big achievement. And you guys, I watched all of the videos, and you guys ought to be proud of yourselves. Something like the scavenger hunt, it requires a high level of collaboration. And it was really nice to see all of you guys come together and create some videos that were truly wonderful and wacky. So if you guys want to give yourself a round of applause. To focus on moving forward in the student council. So you can expect next year's Wacky Week to take a step away from individuality and a step towards collectivism, with everyone working together as a unit. We received videos from everyone, but today you'll only be watching one, which is the winning video. So without further ado, I'm now going to play to you the winning video of the scavenger hunt.
I know I took the points. It wasn't one of the students like they told us. It's one of the teachers. One of the teachers took the points.
Well, who done it then, eh?
Here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Student council's given us what we need. Right? Look. Scavenger hunt. There's 10 items in the scavenger hunt. It's going to give us 10 separate clues. Each of these clues is going to give us a letter. It could be S, it could be A, it could be I, it could be anything. When we collect each of these letters, we'll know who took the points.
What's item 1? Let's play this clip.
Gracias.
Sí, ponele.
Gracias. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate so much. I saw my way with the gift. Thank you.
Today, you will my static array of colors on intelligent to the year 13's dismay. I'm tetraploid like you'll never see again. It's always razor green, this English top speed, barely 20% of the real rap machine. Doesn't take an AI to realize that Mr. G's investing on the top side. Stolen skills and acrobatics, switching English in the job. Back and forth, flicking after killing scenes, casting errors, correcting the points and telling very times I give up. We're looking at that, we're not going to go back to the last year.
Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, Galileo, Galileo. He's just a poor boy from Galileo.
I got it.
It is, isn't it?
It's Simon Phillips.
It's.
Alright, let's go. Come on.
Take a lift off the steps.
scavenger hunt, and ultimately it's you, the students, that Wacky Week boils down to. So before I hand you over to Mr. Foley, I want to quickly say a goodbye to a special someone from the Student Council. Perv, if you could come onto the stage, please. For those of you who have the privilege of knowing a Perv, you know how special he is. His humor, his maturity, and his brain will all really be missed in the Student Council. He has been everything that we could have ever wished for, and we're really going to miss him. But that's all from me, and I'm now going to hand it over to Mr. Spinks, who's going to say what you've all been waiting for, which is the winner of Wacky Week.
Thank you. I just didn't want the Perv to be embarrassed any longer, so I moved the slide on. Sorry, we're not quite ready for the drum roll. Early in the team, the events and creative team have received a lot of what might be diplomatically referred to as feedback this week. It has been quite difficult for them at times to remain as upbeat and focused given the manner in which some of the feedback has been shared. Ellie has asked me to remind you that the team are absolutely open to feedback, but I would ask you to please keep it constructive and do keep it respectful. This bunch of students, more than any other, deserve to leave school today feeling that this Wacky Week has been a great success. When a small yet vocal minority voice their opinions, it can be quite hard to keep the comments out of your head. So can we please once again show our tremendous respect and admiration for the students of the team. And just a reminder that the judges today on the panel for the secret performances were all members of staff. They were entirely impartial, and the results are all in. Drum roll. There's a trophy somewhere. Is there a trophy? It's broken. Could we have a representative of Year 12 to come down and collect a trophy, please? Be careful with it. Okay, enough of the wackiness. Year 13, this is your final assembly. Before we start to talk about you and tell you all how wonderful you are, nous allons maintenant entendre Madame Lapierre, Yves et Clara. Ils vont chanter une chanson spécialement pour l'élève de Year 13 appelée En chantant.
Quand j'étais petit garçon, je repassais mes leçons en chantant. Et bien des années plus tard, je chassais mes idées noires en chantant.
C'est beaucoup moins inquiétant de parler du mauvais temps en chantant. Et c'est tellement plus mignon de se faire traiter de con en chanson.
La vie c'est plus marrant, c'est moins désespérant en chantant.
La première fille de ma vie, dans la rue je le suivis en chantant. Quand elle s'est déshabillée, je jouais le vieil habitué en chantant.
J'étais si contente de moi que je fais l'amour 10 fois en chantant. Mais je ne peux pas m'expliquer qu'au matin elle me quittait en chantant. L'amour c'est plus marrant, c'est moins désespérant en chantant.
Tous les hommes vont à la guerre, à la pêche ou à la guerre en chantant.
En chantant.
La flamme au bout du fusil, la victoire se gagne aussi en chantant.
En chantant.
On n'a pas
en chantant.
quelles que soient nos opinions, on fait sa révolution
En chanson. Le monde est plus marrant, c'est moins désespérant en chantant. Quand j'étais petit garçon, je repassais mes leçons en chantant. Et bien des années plus tard, j'ai chassé mes idées noires en chantant. C'est beaucoup moins inquiétant de parler du mauvais temps en chantant.
et c'est tellement plus mignon
De se faire traiter de con en chanson. La vie c'est plus marrant, c'est moins désespérant en chantant.
We just wanted to say good luck to the Year 13s because we know that you guys are going to do incredible things, and it has been so wonderful to have you being the year above and that we've got to know all of you. So good luck.
Merci, c'était parfait. Yeah, that's just about us. Normally when you watch a film, you might get some popcorn. Unfortunately, this is a popcorn-free zone. However, we do have a film.
I'm really worried about exams tomorrow.
You'll be fine. You're smart. Listen, Yvonne. You know I really like you. I hope you like me the way I like you.
Yes.
I was wondering whether you'd be my girl.
John!
Listen, Yvonne. I have something I want to tell you.
Yes, John?
I'm not like other boys.
Of course not. That's why we love you.
No. I mean, I'm different.
What are you talking about? Are you alright?
Go away!
Oh, I want to watch this.
I'm not.
It's just a movie.
It's not funny.
You were scared.
Let's go. We got exams.
Together
the midnight hours close at hand. All around the world tonight, students cram by candlelight. But you do well to get some sleep. The benefits your brain will reap. You've done your best, you've learned your stuff. Now just relax, you've done enough. Breathless whispers fill the air, the hopes and dreams of 2 long years. Extended essays, TOKs, have gone the way of those ideas. And now, as these exams commence, your spine begins to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the pull of IB thriller.
It's only me. Oh, come on. Are you okay? Oh, come on, let me walk you home. Okay.
Incredible. Mr. Nobbs, are you in the room? There he is, people, over there. Mr. Nobbs has been working on that since November, tirelessly. Mr. Ivett, would you like to come and say a few words?
Where's Father Christmas? I've stopped believing in you. Year 13, we have literally lived side by side for the last 2 years, 5 days a week. From 10 to 8 in the morning when Jack and Maddie breeze in, followed swiftly by Owen, Apov and Luke are on the early bus. And last but not least, Leonardo at 10 to 9 if we're lucky. Until 7:30 in the evening when Clara leaves after her hard day's work. I'm not going to pretend that every moment of our lives together has been glorious sunshine, but truly, many of them have. Not only have I got to know you as students over the last 2 years, but also as young adults. And that's been an enormous privilege, and one that I'll always treasure. I have one final message for you. I know you have a big task ahead of you over the next month and a half, but there is life after IB. All you can do over the next few weeks is your best. But whatever happens, it is important to remember that you are not defined by your IB diploma. Each and every one of you are worth so much more. You are an amazing group of young people. And I know I speak with authority and genuine belief. And whatever happens in June, life will take its course. And if you stay true to yourself, it will be the right course for you. All my best to you, and lots of love.
This wasn't planned.
Us Year 12s won, I also think that the Year 13s also deserve to share the prize because of their effort to all of their videos. So I just want to say that this is also, we can share it.
Well, it looks like the spirit of Wacky Week is alive and well after all, and Santa Claus can breathe a huge sigh of relief. Thank you. That's the assembly finished now, guys. I wish you all a very restful, wait for it. I wish you all a very restful, relaxing, or exciting, whichever way you want it, 2 weeks, and of course all the very best to the Year 13s. You're entering a tricky time. Okay, thank you. Could the Year 13s stay in front? The rest of you can go.